time Ludacris used to have one of these freestyle tracks on every one of his albums.
It's a man that once again.
2 albums.
I know, right?
But that's what niggas do. This the best movie ever. Oh, this is niggas exaggerate or jump to the furthest conclusion. Like I don't freestyle every day on Instagram, but I did it enough to where motherfuckers be like, "Hey, this nigga drop a verse every day on Instagram." Just do something enough, and motherfuckers will
That's how I be, bro.
create the legend for you.
Says 4 Eyes went Super Saiyan. He went off. He could have kept flowing. Seemed like he was cut off.
Yeah.
Only time Ludacris ever got out rapped.
Oh, and that's the second album. Oh, so yeah, I murdered him on the first one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the only time Luda got out rapped. And that shit bothered the fuck out of him.
You do know that I'm recording.
Oh, no, but it's all right.
I'll take it out.
It's all
It's all like I can take it out if you want me to, but it was the realest shit ever because you did that shit.
No, run that. I mean,
Yeah, man. It is what it is.
nigga, I love Ludacris. He afforded me all of the opportunities that I have. I learned so much from him. He did he did so much for me good that there's no way I would ever say anything bad about him. But at the same time, if we talking about real lyricism or showmanship or niggas on the court, if a nigga get crossed over, he get crossed over.
Facts. That's facts. Hey, I gotta fix your mic real quick. Pause. You gotta put it up to your face, son. I'm sorry, it's nothing I can do.
way around, man.
Yeah, man, you just gotta put the mic to your face. Pause.
Yeah, it's definitely the wording of it.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I understand
I told you I'm dead
I
inside,
understand
bro.
the science, but the
I don't
wording.
Coming up here, I knew that question was gonna come. Who I'm gonna get first?
Yeah, nah, it did come out like, man, it's just gonna come, the mic to the face, it's gonna happen eventually. What's up, y'all? And welcome back to another episode of No Draws. I got a special guest today. Let them know who you are, bro.
Oh,
We
man.
can do this too. It don't even matter.
Absolutely, all praise to the Most High. It's the ambassador, everything awesome. Advocate of prescription eyewear. She got 4 eyes checking in. What it do, bro?
That's crazy. The fact that I just realized he got Louis Vuitton glasses on. That's crazy.
And they got medicine in them, man. If
That's
ain't no
crazy.
medicine in them, I can't do
I don't
nothing.
even want to know how much that is. That's more than my car insurance for the year.
Man,
That's crazy.
they do be busting heads for them goddamn them optical treatments. I will say
Oh
that.
yeah, you guys. What? You know how much it costs for contacts?
And I ain't had a contact. I had hazel contacts too the last time.
Why did you have colored contacts?
I was trying to be a
bad
sexy
bitch?
nigga.
That is terrible.
I was trying to be a sexy nigga.
Why, man?
That was 98.
So you
97,
bought-
98.
So you bought your contacts out of City Trends and then decided to put it in your eye and thought it was a good idea.
First I decided I didn't want to do contacts, period, because I was getting into the knowledge of self, and I shouldn't have been trying to use recessive traits to identify with. I got dominant eyes with the melanin that's in them now, so I shouldn't have been trying to be, go the opposite.
Oh, yeah.
And so as I came into that, and then I had adopted the moniker named 4 Eyes, I was like, you know what, this gives me a reason to never use contacts again.
That makes
So
sense.
then I've been straight bifocals, Coke bottles, and lenses since, 98?
Hey, bro, you out here living, bro. Because hoes don't be trying to get you pussy because of glasses, I heard.
Exactly, and I know I'm a sexy motherfucker if I, goddamn get my Superman on, take off the Clark Kent. Like, I know what it do, but at the same time, the humility allows me to walk in my grace and in my light, and I keep the glasses on, man.
I was like, you think I'm playing? I'll hit their pussy real quick, then you fix your glasses. They fogging up, hell yeah.
You already
That's when
know.
you're really doing it. You got to actually take them off when you get too wild, then you get too hot and steamy.
Well, see, I can't rub my face all up against her with the glasses
Yeah,
on.
man,
So
you
they,
get
they,
booty
they,
juice on them.
these shits come off like first, like instantly. Like that's how you know somebody
That's
about
when
to
it's
get
going down. You like, don't make me
assassinated,
take my glasses off.
Banshee
Sit 'em on
style. Banshee style.
That's how you
exactly.
know you finna get it blew out, ladies. If you take his glasses off, he ready for action. His pill done kicked in, he ready to go. For real, man. So like, let the people know like who you are, bro. Cause like, I
Man.
think it's pretty dope to have you in here, bro. Cause you like in my mind, you a legend. I see you
Gracias,
run through
brother.
Atlanta, and then you with New Face,
Man.
and it kind of be like this nigga's like you like nigga Count Dracula, my nigga. You just be everywhere all the time. You don't sleep. And I know if you with him and you don't sleep, so you crazy too.
And I wonder how that nigga do it, cause
Bro, how?
Like, I've tried to assess it, and it's nerve wracking.
It's so much.
I just try and keep up with it. It's just observe it for the wonder and majesty that it is, but I don't even try and figure it out no more. But I can't stay up like that nigga. I like sleep. I like naps.
I love naps too.
I told I'm finna come out to the BMI thing. I just need to take this nap real quick. I ain't talk to that nigga till the next day. So
he in straight sleep.
No, and because my sleep pattern off, but at the same time, the level of writing that I do at the odd hours make it to where
okay, that makes sense.
I need them P. Diddy drugs to goddamn live the double life. Not that type of double life, but just that active.
That was a terrible.
That was terrible.
P. Diddy drugs, nigga. Now, out of all the people,
well, just he stay active. He run marathons and then
Oh, we thought because like P Diddy in my mind.
Oh,
like,
no.
I'm like, what are we talking about here, sir?
No, not
baby oil drugs.
No.
That's what I thought.
No. The stay productive.
Adderalls.
Entrepreneurial mogul drugs.
Okay, Adderall.
Them P. Diddy drugs,
Okay,
not the other ones. Jesus Christ.
That's where my mind went because of everything that's going on with him.
No.
Okay, my bad. I digress. I was going left, and I did not mean to go. But yeah, you gotta take them shrooms and addies. I take shrooms. Shrooms is one of my favorite things to be creative.
I have not indulged as much as I've heard. The shrooms are good for imbuing upon the individual, but here and there, little splashes. But I just like 2 Chainz say he eat them bitches like what? He say
like candy.
Exactly. He got down.
Yeah, if you macrodosing, it's like Skittles from God.
Yeah, nah, I haven't made it that far yet, so I'm still learning. Mm-hmm. I'm still observing, if you will. And then I'm a Virgo. Virgos are virgins. Virgins tend to give up their sexuality later in the game. So I like to hold on to my virginity, if you will. So I'll just be an observer, just in the room, just kind of watching. Yeah,
you're making sure when it's your turn, you ready.
Absolutely.
I'm with you. Cause I be seeing people do cocaine, and I'm like, I don't think God want me to do that right now.
No, not me. Exactly. That no.
Like you doing that every 15 minutes? Oh man, that's way too much.
I concur. Like
my nose finna fall out, all the acidity.
And see, I grew up on music that they promoted the downside of drugs, the downside of sex. So the downside, like there was, morals to the story.
Got you.
I feel like ain't no more morals now. So folks they glorify stuff and encourage everybody else to go do it, but ain't necessarily giving the, this is the result of it, or this could happen, or
true. Like
so. We need more morals in the story, but it's lack of storytelling. It's not to me storytellers now. So that's where I'm celebrating and reemerging, if you will, to bring the stories that are missing in the game. We need to tell those stories, and no one can tell my story better than me. So here we are, rolling dope on
white women.
Yeah, on Jennifer Lawrence's face.
Shouts out to that. That is great. Look at us living our best life in front of a Gucci Man book.
Hey man,
that is crazy, man. But yeah, you're right about like knowing the duality of everything. I tell people to do shrooms, but I also say, hey, bro, watch what you eat because you will get the shroom shits. And you will almost doo-doo on yourself a little bit.
See, once again, that is a side that I don't hear about enough as much as I hear about shroom intake and indulgence. So, that's...
Just letting you know.
That's the veil I want to pull back, if you will, and allow people to see the other side of the game or the industry so that, they can really decide how they would like to incorporate themselves into the mix. And at the same time, to provide that perspective that is missing in today's time.
Why do you feel like a philosopher that has been here for eons? You just come in probably different shapes, like Thoth. I don't know if you know who that is.
Hermes Trismegistus, absolutely.
Okay, I didn't even know that was his whole name. First of all, I would know he would know some Egyptian stuff.
So I grew up poor. I was raised by niggas.
Okay, that sounds about right.
And I was taught that the best things in life were free. And the best things in life that I come to understand were the intangible things: love, honor, respect, decency, principles, integrity, loyalty. All of these things are intangible. So I've spent the good majority of my life investing in the intangible side of life.
Okay, that makes so much sense. That makes sense of why you were like a lyricist and writer, because that you talk about it.
I like to, in the words of KRS-One, edutain, entertainers or educators and entertain simultaneously, to where, you know, no one's getting lost in the sauce per se, but at the same time, there are some gems and some jewels that you could look back and then like, oh shit, I didn't know I learned something. Or like, oh shit, I actually am doing better than my counterpart because I had this tidbit of information in my subconscious mind to be a seed and grow into a tree that blossom bountiful fruit. It's a lot of barren minds out here without bountiful fruit.
I think 85% of people be having them barren minds, bro.
Dumb, deaf, and blind. 85% is 100% accurate terminology.
It's crazy to see it because I don't know if you, because I'm new to like working in entertainment. So, you know, we live outside the veil. Mm-hmm. So we see stuff for what it is. A lot of people just be thinking we be out here BS and be like, nah, we work on it's a different wavelength that we work on. Absolutely. Outside of the what they tell you're supposed to do.
Right. And
you just see everything what it's for, and you be like, damn, this is what they doing to y'all.
And they'll tell you one thing, but it's up for everyone's individual discernment to figure out what's good or best for them, mm-hmm. and move in a way that's going to allow them to be the best versions or become the best versions of themselves or be better than they were yesterday. And a lot of times we'll get the most direction to go the wrong way, because as in Chicago we call it a spin move. Like you spin somebody off intentionally so you could take advantage of their
niceness
or lack of proper decision making.
Cool, that's another one.
So, you know,
are they green?
And the music industry is full of that. When folks don't know about their publishing or don't know about this, that, or the third,
crazy,
folks
bro.
will take advantage of the fact that you are green or unaware to certain shit. And even though they could be, you know, your best friend that you grew up with, you know, sometimes shit happens.
That's crazy. Like I always hear them talking about publishing and like getting points on the record and shit. And like I know a couple people that produce records for like Kanye and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I just be like, I wonder how that worked. But it's just like y'all do so much that you get like, you only see like 0.01% of the music.
In today's time, per se, it was a lot more concrete numbers when you know, late 90s when I first got into the game. Absolutely.
Physical things you could buy. It's like, I make one of these, I buy one of these. Now the streams is like 1,200 streams equal one album sale. And that don't make good math to me.
Nah, because
that's terrible math.
Because the percentages and splits based on publishing and royalties for a 10-song, 12-song album, you know, if the album sells for $10, $12, then each song counts for a certain amount of that, mm-hmm. that money. And then you can easily break it up and say, all right, $2 a song, and then you split it up. But you can literally see it, as opposed to now, how do you split fractions of a penny with, like, if you got 13 motherfuckers on the album?
That's crazy.
How are you splitting up streaming features now when it's fractions of a penny?
You gotta find another way.
And which is where now it is imperative to attach the music to
physical item,
some type of product or a mm-hmm. service in which, and I may bring up Puff Daddy or P. Diddy often, and it's only because of the example that he was allowed to be for 30 years of my life. Yeah. I've seen him, you know, regardless of how he succeeded, the level of business he was doing was significant. But then, is it good business or bad business? That's a whole nother story.
We don't know.
But in the realm of branding, like, P. Diddy music had been trashed to me personally, but I know that if, in order for him to sell Ciroc, to sell Sean John, to sell other products, he needs to stay relevant. So then artists put out music to stay relevant or to keep people going to check out their back catalog. Mm-hmm. Or it's the music now becomes like a byproduct of something else. It's the runoff. It's like milk only became a thing because the cow industry, they just had so much milk. Yeah. So it's like, well, what are we going to do with all this cow pus? Well, let's sell it. Let's create all these things now to sell this cow pus. Let's create cereal and create this whole campaign and say milk is good. So the level of branding, although it's bogus, I still see the science in it and it's genius. It just needs to be applied in a way that is more beneficial to the longevity of humanity.
The fact that you just made rap seem like milk and the brands being Like the cereal brands is crazy, and that makes so much sense. Like you always gonna have milk. Music ain't going nowhere. But the type of like you can have a cinnamon toast crunch with the milk, it might go crazy. That could be trap. Then you can have like the Ezekiel cereal to be like the white girls that be trying to rap, but you be like, this shit healthy as hell. But I don't know.
Skim,
you try it.
That's that. Yeah.
That whole shit vegan. This is almond milk.
Yeah.
This shit tastes like slavery. I don't know if you ever seen Ezekiel cereal. It's an actual verse of the Bible on it. That's how you know the rap is going to be bad.
See, and in this age of knowledge, if we just keep looking at nature, there is no other animal in nature that survives or maintains off another animal's milk. We're the only species that drinks another animal's milk. So it's certain things that we need to start reconsidering if we're going to move forward and actually, do something more than jerk each other off in these conversations. Everybody love to debate, crazy. But nothing's happening. There's no progress being made. It's just a bunch of niggas talking and banging their heads. So we have to properly address and label the things what they are in order to call a spade a spade.
Facts.
And the sooner we can draw the line in the sand, we could do something to improve the quality of life, because knowing is half the battle, as G.I. Joe said, and if you don't know, then where can I start to begin to heal?
True. Man, this nigga is deep as hell, bro. I'm going to enjoy this conversation. I got so many questions. I ain't even going to lie to you. So, like, when did you first start knowing that you had the gift of putting words together? Because I'm just now realizing that's an actual gift.
Yeah. And I, too, have just really realized that it's a gift, or even I would see it as a gift for other people, but not a gift for myself. That's low self-esteem.
Well, that's because people come. That was crazy is that people know you got the gift and they come to you because they need some of that gift to help them get to where they gotta go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bro, bro, trust me, I live the same life almost, sort of. But I get what you're saying. Like, you got to give the gift, but the gift keep giving. And then I guess you could say, I don't want to say low self-esteem, but if you're being compensated, it makes sense. And it's fair. If it's fair to compensation, it makes sense to me. If you're giving the gift and somebody needs you, X, Y, Z, I think that makes sense to me.
You dim your light for as long as it's beneficial to your vision. But at the point in which dimming your light is no longer beneficial to your vision, a different position has to be acquired.
Facts.
In order for you to shine on the plants so they can get the light that is necessary for them to grow.
Speaking the word right here, he talking to me right here. Look, this nigga finna have me crying. This nigga here, bro. I was like, this nigga speaking to my soul. My spirit was like, how did he know?
It all started with poetry and short story creative writing in elementary school.
So you was writing haikus and sonnets?
Haiku, yeah, exactly. I went to really good educational schools in Oak Park, Illinois, where I grew up. And the teachers, the curriculum, as much as it's still, institutionalization, it was some real good institutionalization. Like it's a bunch of shit that I remember based on the way I learned it, but I only retain shit that resonated with me, and which is why children do so bad, because they don't feel connected to society, they don't feel connected to the curriculum, so then they'll block out a bunch of shit, and it doesn't resonate with them. But there's a bunch of children that are smart, and I was always labeled, I had remedial classes like a motherfucker. All Bart Simpson classes and shit. Like borderline retarded nigga class. Like when you in the class and it's the special ed kid in the class with you,
and you knew,
and he finna go in the room down at the end of the
with the extra teacher
for homeroom, but we got the same math class. So then that's what let me know that my mathematics was just horrible, or it planted the seed that my mathematics was horrible. So then you either lean towards your strengths or you lean towards your weaknesses. So they told me I was weak at math, so then I just keep telling myself I'm weak at math.
Okay.
And folks do that.
Instead of trying to do math and seeing how you learn.
Absolutely. But when it came to literature, language arts, when it came to the pronouns, them adverbs, similes, metaphors, like that's where I tend to shine. And my short story gangsterism, my pen was so dope in 4th and 5th grade, I knew I always had a writing ability, but ain't nobody even even to have influences that would have been like, hey, you can write yourself out of the ghetto.
Easily.
You can,
That's
like, not just rapping, but like you can write yourself out of the ghetto.
Literally
short
on
story
anything.
scripts, storyboards. It's so many angles for a writer to progress, but without proper guidance, folks just go to where the main influence is, and it
That's
was
true.
MTV, BET.
So you went to rapping instead of you could have been like a Langston Hughes
And see, I was
Maya Angelou with her
exactly.
slow talking ass.
What is my favorite black childhood? Walter Dean Myers. I was reading mad Walter Dean Myers books when I was in elementary school. So in my mind, I was like, yeah, I wanted to be a black childhood author type
That's hard.
demonstration. But at the same time, yeah, Kid and Playing Hammer was popping. And nigga, I love dancing. And we was in Chicago with the house music. So like the house party with the patent leathers and the silk shirts with the rayon.
Yeah, I was in there musty a little bit.
I'm a 90. Oh yeah, we got dressed to get musty.
Yeah, that's the goal. My shirt finna be open.
We got dressed up
by
to
the
get
end of this
musty.
party. If I don't stink, these hoes wasn't on me.
Absolutely, or you definitely wasn't doing enough.
You stink. Shit, you stink, bro. Hell yeah, the hoes finna touch us in the whole tonight.
Exactly, and the toughest niggas was the best dancers back in the day.
Cause that's how they express themselves. You too tough, you gotta do something. That's an exercise a little bit.
Absolutely.
You do the Running Man for 12 songs straight, nigga. You gonna be tired as hell.
You ain't never lied, ain't
Nigga, you sweating. You couldn't wear Beijing back then. If your shit was finna go, shit just gonna go. It's gonna be running down your face.
And then shit, mother Luke, I Wanna Rock, nigga, just
I can imagine.
And junior high just jacking from just goddamn.
You gotta tell somebody what jacking is, cause this come out on audio only.
Shit.
this come on video and audio. So somebody listening to this like, what the fuck is jacking? What move?
All right, we're not robbing people. We're not taking nothing from the jacking in the late '80s, '90s. Hence, New Jack City, you like it's a.
So y'all was running up the big girls like, come on, Shirley.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go, Shirley. Put that big old thing on me. Put that big
girl,
Darlene on me.
Go big girl, what you gonna do? Go big girl, what you gonna do? We jacking is moving to that tempo.
Oh my God, that's way too fast. Yeah, I'd have been musty.
Musty as hell.
First 10 minutes, degree would have cut off real fast.
Oh no, we elementary. Everybody ain't wear deodorant in junior high like that.
Niggas was out here with no deodorant, living they best life, earthy as a bitch. All y'all smell like slavery hiccups in here dancing around. It's hot.
So yeah, man. So the dancing,
that
it was short stories, poetry. Then we got into dancing. Then as we get older, now like high school is where, for me it's 92. So we already get Mad Tribe, Naughty by Nature. But then the thing was Crisscross and ABC was super hot. So I'm 13, 14 years old, and the niggas I'm in a rap group with, we like, we want to be the next Crisscross. We could be the next ABC. Gotcha. And lo and behold, one of the niggas in the group, his daddy lived in Atlanta. So we actually made trips to Atlanta to try and be discovered in the mall, walking around with our outfits on, matching rayon with the sequence buttons or the rhinestones, names and the shit with our names carved in the back of our head.
Y'all was bedazzled?
Yeah, so it's 90s God. Bedazzled, exactly.
Y'all was shiny as hell for no reason.
Because, no, you had to get discovered back then. You couldn't put your cell phone, there wasn't as many tools and ways, so you had to be discovered. So you have to make yourself stand out so somebody would pick you over everybody else.
That's so difficult back then. Like, I be telling people, they be like, what do I do to get like, bro, you ain't have it hard. We got it so easy now. We just got to get on our phone and do stuff.
Man. But you
get on your phone and do it. That's all. They had to actually go to another city, go to a show, figure out what songs hit before they go to the show.
Man.
How they gonna rock the crowd.
Waste a shit ton of money to figure out that's not the right song.
Yeah. That's why you do it locally first to see what's hitting. That's why I be like, if you ain't popping in your city, you doing it wrong. Cause if you can make it pop right there, that means you can take that same energy, go everywhere. Cause you mastered it at that point.
Right.
But now I be listening to people, bro. I feel bad for like social media people finding out they're not good at what they say they good at because of the numbers disparity.
Well,
maybe not good, but just like they not what they thought they was.
No, but you're right. But we don't bully people like we used to. We don't make fun of niggas like and say, hey, like you smell like you musty, nigga. And then now because somebody told him he's musty and he feels uncomfortable, he is now going to go out of his way, or perceivably out of his way, to improve the quality of his presentation.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas gonna wash up on a regular basis. He's actually gonna acquire things to make him smell good. He's gonna groom himself or take care of himself in a manner that indicates that he actually might love himself and care about himself enough to where, like, what's on the inside is gonna pour out.
Absolutely.
So when your external is stinking, your inside's got to stink.
You gotta stop eating the Wendy's 4 for 4, my brothers.
Oh, but I mean, on the mental or spiritual and emotional, internal.
That as well.
Beyond just the physical. Internally, we harbor a whole bunch of negative ideas, and that creates a dimming of our aura. We attract the wrong things. Our magnetic pull is now towards some bullshit because we're harboring the wrong thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So it's beyond just physical.
That's why I attract women that's not good for me. That might be it, man.
Potentially,
I need to get
yes.
my life together.
Potentially, yes.
I need to go sit in the prairie and just do yoga and listen to gospel.
Go within.
Yeah, some Griselda, some Larry Jones and 2 Chainz and 4 Eyes.
Well, once you go within, the true essence of your being is gonna spew out. It's gonna overflow out. And if Griselda is that, then that's what it's gonna be. But 9 times out of 10,
I just saw it was up there.
Oh,
that's only it's right there. I was listening to it before, so it's just on my spirit today. I just like you just be ready to shoot everything up for no reason.
And see, that is the duality or the dichotomy of how, you know, I want to be peaceful, love, and, you know, butterflies, but then I still want to do every now and again. So it's finding the proper balance that makes it to where, you know, the representation is thorough.
The fact that your family was going from Chicago to Atlanta is insane to me in my mind. For the belief that my kids or these kids right here have a talent, and we gonna go to Atlanta, we gonna go to Florida, we gonna go to New York and do this. That's crazy. And when there's no social media, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, just to say it out loud. But even now, I think what I do is crazy. What we do is crazy. So it's just like it's the same thing. It's just a different generation. I want to say.
Yeah. You know. Back in the day, only biker gangs got tattoos on their neck and their face and shit. And now, everybody do that shit like you get a whole, like, motherfuckers crazy with the tats.
Yeah.
Like, it was common knowledge that you wouldn't get a person's name tattooed on your body, but the bitches getting a whole nigga name on their forehead, and it's like, yo, there's no way that this is gonna pan out well.
For you can't even get married with a Darius on your face.
A Darius?
That's not even the nigga she married.
Oh, shit. Exactly. But testament to your point, times change, and as much as things stay the same, the mechanism or the mechanics of doing it is what changes or evolves or sometimes devolves. Like,
it's both. It's both. It's just, I don't know, man. Watching social media and being in this like whole entertainment place, it's just like you can see the fake so far, but when you in the spaces physically, but nobody can tell on their phone until you in the physical places.
Right.
And you have to do what you say you do. That's when you really realize who got it or not. And it's a lot of companies that be getting tricked, bro. I done seen companies turn me down from something. They be like, you don't got enough social media numbers.
Right.
But they'll get the person that got all the numbers, and that shit be trash. You be like, this person didn't give us energy.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give us nothing. They were just blah. And you be like, yeah, that's because he don't really do that, what you trying to make him do. He on his phone.
Well,
she is on his phone.
A lot of people are bad investors, and they be scared to invest their money into a specific stock or whatever, so then they just sitting there holding their money, and they want you to show them a sure thing before they invest their money, and then they feel like they did something, as opposed to like, no, I saw some shit that had potential, and I grew with it.
Yeah, you got to grow with it.
Folks don't want to grow with nothing. They want to buy into the illusion.
Yeah, and it'd be a crazy illusion because we know it's an illusion, but everyday person that lives out inside the matrix don't know. Like, we know it's an illusion.
Right.
Because we see it, we get booked by it, like, you know when it hit your bank account.
Yeah, and, you know, the game is supposed to be sold, not told, but I think that's prohibiting us from evolving or getting to the next level of evolution of consciousness, we need to tell these niggas. I was just watching the show
You're right.
where the more we don't tell people, the more they're going to do acting on the lack of knowledge they have. And then they get looked at for being crazy when it's like, but I didn't know that you took my publishing, or I didn't know that you wasn't finna take me on the road, or I didn't know that like all these things that cater to.
Damn, that was me?
No, that shit was across the room.
Damn, that was you. You hungry as hell, nigga. It's a blind biscuit next door. If you want to get something full of Africans, food gonna be good.
Point being,
I'm sorry, shit was loud, nigga.
Yes, it was. I was trying to talk over that.
I know you did. I was like, we got to talk about that, 'cause that shit was way too loud. They probably picked it up on the mic.
Yeah, shit. When we do better, when we know better, we could do better. Mm-hmm. And a good majority of my story and me celebrating being on Ludacris' first album for 25 years is that I could do better now because I know better. And if I could show some of the mistakes or areas where I stepped improperly in my past, it'll be a learning experience or helpful to somebody else moving in the same manner.
Got you. So how did that, first of all, amazing. First of all, that's not a easy feat to do, what you just saying. Do that, what you do for a living, that's a lot. That's a lot, bro.
Thank you, brother.
And like, we don't applaud ourselves enough, because we be, in my mind, I think anybody that works in entertainment, especially if you black, we like Samurai Jacks, but niggas. And we like, it's like a game. It's like you really are, whatever you do, you got to be like, have that journey. You got to have a journey.
Yeah.
And that journey going to be up. That shit going to be down. That going to be left and right. Some days your check might not hit. You might be late on the rent, or you worry your lights finna get cut off, but then boom, a check call, you get called.
It's the hero's journey. And as much as, we love Iron Man, there has to be that point in the story where he don't have access to his metal suit and he got to fight relying on his own self-confidence or recognizance, like his own ability to perform is the foundation of his paradise. And that's the God within us that we all have to get in tune with and manifest or bring to fruition, to bring out, to emote.
That is true.
And a person's story is better because of the journey that they go on. When somebody come from overnight and their label put them on, or they look like they're industry plant, they'll be hot for a second, but they fizzle out because it's no texture, it's no substance to who they are. How did they get here? Mm-hmm. What makes me really relate to them? How do I feel like, how do I aspire to be this person because of what they overcame? But it's like, oh, this person never overcame nothing and never did nothing. So it's like, it's harder to connect with those people. And there's so many people not really telling their story and what they've been through, which makes it harder for people to connect. We want to hide when we get herpes. We want to hide when goddamn didn't nobody pay us for the show. Yeah. We want to hide, all these things and only promote this good on social media. And it's cool for creating that facade. But the reality is that when people can really do the deep dive and watch me or grow with me through things, then they grow also. And that's what really builds super fans or builds someone's brand to be iconic, if you will.
Facts. I'm with you there, because nobody want to show you that, like, you on the phone with your mama about to cry because you like, I don't know how I'm finna get through what I'm finna get through.
Yep.
That shit is real. That'd be the hardest thing, I feel like, as an artist to convey to people, because it's so... Like, for me, I do comedy, so, like, stuff that really hurt me, it take me, like, a year to actually make it funny.
Right. That makes sense.
And I'm not it don't even have to be a year. It could just be, like, it took me way longer than I think it should have, because you still processing it, and you still going through it.
Still hurts.
Yeah, it still hurt. And you be trying to, like, make it funny. You be like, that shit was sad. That wasn't even funny.
So the more we realize it's a bunch of unhealed people walking around doing shit, the more we could maybe be a little more considerate and graceful towards each other. And we could create a better space for everything.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But, like, how did the first album, like, how did that come about? Like, how did you come to the realization, like, oh, we finna do this for real?
Oh, well,
Like, when did that hit you? And you be like, oh, this for real? Oh, this for real.
so I'm a big advocate on the Most High, most of all, Almighty Supreme Creator of the universe that exists within inside each and every one of us. I'm talking about infinite intelligence. I'm talking about source energy. I'm talking about cosmic consciousness. And I am only in Atlanta. A lot of niggas only know me or heard me because I'm on. In the beginning, a lot of folks only knew me for being on Luda's album, but I met Ludacris in elementary school, 5th grade, on the west side of Chicago in the suburbs in Illinois. We started playing baseball together and then became best friends, spend the night, hang out, movies, like nigga, just like literally.
That's your brother almost.
Absolutely, it's my brother. So we started rapping together. My first rap group is his first rap group. We both started rapping, even though he wrote a rhyme when he was 9 years old, we both started rapping freshman year of high school. So when I said I went to Atlanta, his dad was set up in Atlanta to where we went and stayed with his pops for the summer, looking to be discovered like another bad creation in Crisscross.
That's hard.
So Chris' mom got a promotion, moved away. We kept in contact, was always still rapping, like just sharing hip hop. He would bring me music from where he was at. I would bring him music. We would always hang out. He rolled the first blunt I ever smoked. Luda rolled the first blunt I ever smoked, and now I smoke way more than that nigga. I'm talking about so many more blunts more than that nigga.
He got you hooked early. He was like, "Give me backwoods."
He didn't. My mom smoked goddamn packer, goddamn Salem's, got the word Cools.
Damn,
menthol
I ain't seen
day.
Cools in so long.
Exactly.
With the camel,
right? So
the Jay-Z face camel.
No, that's Camel.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping.
Cools is
it's green, right?
Yes,
And
yes, it was.
Right.
But nonetheless,
with the O's,
him rolling my first blunt and me smoking, like, he could have gave me my first gun, but I don't turn into a murderer because he gave me my first gun. I turn into a murderer because I was raised by murderers. And see, that's the thing. I'm real big on pointing directly to the root cause of where something comes from. I don't point to everybody be pointing at the screen and be saying, that's fucked up, but the image is coming from the projector. But everybody want to throw shit at the screen.
Yeah, it's like, you better check the projector.
We have to focus where the shit's supposed to go. So me smoking as much as I do it, that
was your mom and them doing.
Absolutely. I mean, right, nigga. If
I
roll down the window in the car, shit, yell at us, tell us to roll the window up, nigga. She said, you need to inhale all this secondhand with me. And, you know.
Damn, you was in there. This one, I feel like your mama had like an Oldsmobile with the cloth
You were very
seats.
correct. You were 100% accurate, nigga.
With the ashtray right there.
Like, nigga, a Riviera, a
long
Grand Prix.
car. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Them cars feel like you in the boat when you stop and you got a lot of kids in the car. That should be wobbling.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah, man. Man, you was getting real smoke in your lungs.
Right. But nonetheless, it is various experiences that I've learned that are not good that allows me to make proper decisions moving forward. Like, I know cigarette smoke is not cool. I try not to smoke my blunts in the face of children unless the parents just don't take them out the room. But I like to be mindful and considerate because of how I was raised. So boom. Chris moved to Atlanta, stayed with his dad. Junior year of high school, he graduated from Banneker. But at the same time, new radio station, 97.5, which turned into Hot 97, but he goes to intern for them. So we still communicating, you know, and he's telling me, man, it's a group called Goody Mob. They got this song called goddamn, Who's That Peeping Out My Window? He said, be looking for that shit. It's coming. I bought Goody Mob's tape strictly because he told me, it's this song called Who's That Peeping Out My Window? Be on the lookout for it.
And then you found it.
And I bought it like a motherfucker. And jammed it, became classic. And then even now, I'm cool with Ray Murray from Organized Noise, and we working on something. So when I say I give all credit to the Most High all the time, because there is the forces that be that's bringing things together is beyond my conscious understanding. It's a subconscious thing that makes it to where it's like, yo, how do all y'all end up in the same place? Or how did this end up right there? Or how did this happen?
But it be God, man.
Absolutely.
I end up in places all the time and I be like, it always hit me, I'm doing something right when I see New Face.
Yep,
And that's how I know I'm doing something. Cause I really just be like, man, nigga, I gotta get my rent paid. I'm out here in these streets getting to it. And then I see New Phase and God be like, see, you doing something right.
you where you supposed to be, exactly.
And then like it's stuff. So you was going through stuff like that's crazy. So he started interning, and then what happened after that? 'Cause I really want to know. Like this is crazy.
Well, I mean, Chris is a great person, great character, very charismatic. And once again, when he get to the station, he get cool with Nabs. That's how he met his manager Shaka. That's how he met Ryan Cameron. So all these things, and then I meet all these people once I come down here and start running under his wing, getting introduced to the Atlanta nightlife culture.
That's how it be.
But he was always, very intelligent, A1, very disciplined. He did everything necessary to be the successful person that he is. So when he came down here, he went to the radio to further his rap career. And then I'm talking to him knowing that if I move to Atlanta, my friend that is on the radio will at least play my song on the radio. But he put out a whole album. Def Jam picked up the album. So now the song that I did for his independent album is now on a major label release through Def Jam, and it went from me just wanting to get a song played on the radio to now you got a song on a triple platinum album. So
that's crazy.
It is imperative
Triple
that we
platinum.
follow our gut instinct, follow your heart, and move. Shake and move. You got to move around. And what is it? Lord say you take one step toward him, he take two steps towards you. As long as that's the philosophy, Lord gonna always meet you more than halfway.
Yeah, you just gotta plant the seed.
Absolutely. Just start doing some type of walking and you will be met with that energy. So
that's crazy, bro. No, you right, man. Cause even in this entertainment world, I just hit 10 years in stand up like 3 days ago.
Congratulations, bro.
Man, appreciate it, bro. And I just was like, in my mind, I'd be like, damn, man, I ain't where I want to be. But then I look back when like I had a regular day job and was doing this on the side, like, damn, I am a full-time this now. So now I kind of don't feel like, oh, I didn't do as much as I thought I did. Like I probably did way more than I think.
We have to develop positive self-talk. And I had negative self-talk for years. Chick didn't give me a number always because of my hair. And I just started talking myself down. Damn, DTP don't want to give you a record deal, don't want to put you on the album cover with the group compilation. Then I started talking myself down and we start beating ourselves up. When we can be our own worst enemies, we have to love ourselves and create a dialogue that is uplifting so that we can pull ourselves out of these ruts or holes, but with our own verbiage, with our own internal conversation.
The shea butter community gonna love this. All the women that wear waist beads and be wrap their hair up like Erykah Badu and use incense, they finna be knocking on your door when it comes summertime because they be like, "This my brother is strong and black and knowledgeable." Because you got to go through so much to get to this place of where you become. In my mind, I feel like entertainment, you have to work so much of your brain. You become like Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
You become like this. You be like, me, huh? Me? And they be pointing at it like, yeah, you. And you be like, nah, for real?
No, the music industry can be an abusive relationship to where, like, I thought I was a fine bitch. And then I got in a relationship and then get my ass bust and niggas talk to me like I'm crazy and I feel like I'm not attractive no more.
Now you're not the bad bitch in your spirit.
Right, exactly.
No
so, but I'm walking around and motherfuckers like, hey man, you know you're a bad bitch, right? And I'm like, whatever. So it took years for motherfuckers saying, you know you a bad bitch.
You right,
For me to be like, you know what? I did used to be a bad bitch. What happened to me?
I started fucking not using no Ozempic. Or whatever.
Hey.
But no, I understand what you're saying because I go through that too because like my homeboy like, hey bro, you famous, and he on the phone with somebody, and I'm like, nigga, no, I'm not. I'm sleeping in your extra spare bedroom on the blood mattress.
Yep.
But you are, because two things can exist at the same time.
Yes,
you could be broke and famous, and that shit is the biggest mindfuck ever, bro. If I don't know if you ever people that's listening to this, if you got a 9 to 5, you probably won't understand this, but like to see like you become famous or to feel it or to live it is weird because it's a mindfuck. You would think more money would come with it. You would think more certain things would come with it. It's just more people know you, but they're not necessarily invested in you fiscally yet.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's crazy to me because you're like, well, where's the money?
And there's a certain level of pride and humility that we have to come to terms with within ourselves. Because, Nick, when I had to reinvent myself after all the DTP shit, I was working with Grit Plaza, Edgewood Pizza. I worked there off and on for 12 years.
Yeah,
so,
be like that.
So it's the consistency to your own vision and your own dream that's going to separate everybody from everybody else.
True.
And that's why you could be famous and broke, because you ain't gave up. You ain't stopped. You still out there.
Yeah.
In the midst of, this, that, or the third, you still making yourself visible. You still making yourself present in the game and in the industry, and that resonates. I had to learn that resonates. Motherfuckers like, hey man, you inspired me to keep going and not give up. And I'm just like, nigga, in my mind, there is no stopping.
Because you did so much, yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's suicide to stop. It's death to stop. It, to me, like my livelihood or my existence is based up in being Four Eyes. Yeah. So when motherfuckers go, oh man, you like, yeah, no, I'm 47. I don't have no kids. I just got in a major relationship, and I had quit working at Edgewood Pizza just to focus mainly on being full-time Four Eyes. I just did that at the end of 2022. So the more I put in, the more I'm getting out. Yeah. And I just want to be a testament and a walking billboard to say, hey, everybody, the more you put in, the more you get out, regardless of how long it takes.
Facts. Because I'm learning, like, you really got to be, if you say you do that, you got to do that. Oh, yeah. With all your heart and soul. Ain't no, I'm going to do this today and not tomorrow, maybe the next day. Nah, you got to do this shit every day. Wake up and piss excellence in what you want to do.
You get hired by the company that know you do the thing already. You can't go to the job like, well, I'll start to do that thing, give me the job. Like, no, I want the nigga that been doing the thing already. Yeah. So when they get here, I don't got to explain nothing.
He already knows. She already knows what's going on. But that's crazy. That's crazy. So I remember I randomly was wondering, I was with .NET randomly one day, and he came. I was having a cipher at the pizza shop on Edgewood, bro. Man. And that was the crazy shit. I just randomly walked in like, what is going on? And I was rapping. I was like, oh, y'all having a what? It's a cipher on, and I stayed. And that shit was hard, bro. I had never just waltzed into a cipher like that before.
That's why I love Atlanta. That's why I love our culture. You never know what you're walking into, and it's everywhere. It's all over the place. And
it is, man.
Because I don't even know what day that could have been.
Probably it was a weekday. Yeah. Definitely a weekday.
I was doing my Wednesday event, Working Class Wednesday, Woosah Wednesday, for a hot minute, bringing in different DJs just to play music. But whatever I'm doing, I'm always going to incorporate the culture. I always want some type of representation to be there, for hip hop, man. It's that's how I was raised. And that's what the movement is right now. That's why we celebrating 25 years of being on Ludacris back for the first time album. MF Doom 20-year anniversary just went gold. Food album. They just re-released the special deluxe version a couple months ago. So we celebrating 20 years of MF Doom. Shit, I got a American Greed episode on CSNBC. That's 10 years celebrating that. Yeah, the industry do you so bad. I got a whole American Greed episode about shiesty criminals taking advantage of artists looking to aspire and follow their dreams in the music industry. But the more I've done,
look at that.
The more it reminds me to celebrate myself when nobody else will. Like, we got to give ourselves the flowers, and this is also a combination of that positive self-talk that I had. Like, when we can speak highly to ourselves, for ourselves, of ourselves, we walk and represent ourselves better in the world. But, if I keep talking, if I know I ain't brushed my teeth, or I know I smell like shit, or I know, goddamn it, I ain't got no bread, or I know, like, all that shit comes out in your aura. All that shit come out in your energy.
See, you right, because there be days I don't have money. I don't even want to look at my bank account. Yep. I be like, nigga, I know money coming. I don't even need to see it. It's already in my possession. It just ain't hit my account yet. That's how I always move in my mind. But also, being in Atlanta kind of make you, ain't no kind of, I think this the only city, I want to say here, maybe Houston, make you like that. Like, you are your own self-owned entity, and you can be able to move and exist in the place. You might not even need money a lot of times if you have the social currency in real life.
As a proper plan. If you got a good plan and you know how to use, my brother always says it's about the pieces on your chessboard. And folks have pieces on their chessboard, but they don't be moving them.
They just be like, hey, I know them. That's it. Like, do you talk to them and try to create a relationship?
Yeah. Do you go support them so that now that you supporting them makes them want to look forward to supporting you when you do anything? Like, niggas be like, 4 hours, just tell me anything you're doing, nigga. I'm with it. Just let me know.
Yeah.
And I'd be so grateful and appreciative. And I sometimes I question and wonder, why do I get so much support? And all I could credit it to is just the quality of person that I've been from day one. And the people that help inspire me to be the nigga Steve Rogers.
The nigga Steve Rogers is wild.
Nigga Steve Rogers.
Nigga Steve. First of all, I don't even know who Steve Rogers is, but he sounds like Chuck Norris' friend.
Pretty good. It's Captain America.
Oh yeah. I can see that. That makes so much sense. Okay. The nigga Steve. Ain't they coming out with that?
They just brought out, hey, Deuce,
Anthony
I went to
Mackie?
see it. Oh, man, I swear to God, I've been talking to
It was good?
Yes and no.
Red Hawk.
Like,
It was different than what you was expecting.
once again.
Don't tell me I'm gonna go bootleg it.
And see, it was Valentine's Day, so I took my girl out.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a great date.
Absolutely. And it's mad symbolism and everything. It's just about what you're prepared to get out of it or what you're even looking for. So technically, there's no such thing as nothing being bad. I know how to get value out of everything. So I don't even acknowledge bad in the real sense.
Because it's not. It's just how you perceive it.
Right. But don't go spend $30 at the IMAX at Atlanta Station. I'll say that you could definitely
ticket?
do. Yes, nigga. You could definitely do a matinee at the goddamn South DeKalb
For
movie
12.
theater for 6. Nigga.
6? Oh yeah, I'm with that. I like going to the movie theaters. Don't nobody go to. You might could try to finger a little bit. Ain't nobody in there. Ain't nobody. Don't nobody be in them old South Side.
It's Valentine's Day. Everybody was in there, nigga.
Yeah, you might.
That's
But
a lot
like,
of fingering
you
last
should have
night.
caught.
Then.
You should have caught the matinee like you said, so y'all could like finger diddle. Y'all could touch. And you be like, yeah, this is my woman. Butter and goddamn coochie.
Yeah, that's no draws. That makes sense.
Well, I really do ask everybody when is the best time to wear no draws. And the title came from my mom actually.
Oh.
Cause she just be like, you don't know, I don't never wear no drawers. And I'd be like, all right, mom.
Yeah, that's
Gotta not do that.
no, and I like the curveballs that our people tend to throw us to where it's like, didn't see that one quite coming, but that's what makes our people so entertaining
Fucking crazy.
and insightful, because you get a burst of knowledge from some place that you was least expecting it from.
Man, what? That's why we hear it. Cause you dropping gems over here, bro. Like I'm sitting there like, yo, you sound like a wise shaman, but then you be making me laugh on accident, bro, because you funny as hell.
Charleston White is my favorite personality and shit right now.
Cause he really is like, he uses the pulverizing figure of him
Man.
being ignorant. And then when you watch the whole interview, you be like, this nigga is smart as hell.
Or if you know who he is and what he really did, and you know the game that he playing, then you know he's catering to this illusion.
Yep.
All he's doing is catering to the illusion, because in the real world, he is extremely intelligent, extremely conscious, extremely aware and considerate, because he don't necessarily put himself out there or do anything for a bag. He has integrity, but it don't. In the beginning, it didn't look like the nigga had integrity. He's just, a loud country nigga.
Yeah, but when you break it up in clips, everything look bad.
Man, he is so on point that the more clips I see, the more it's just like, yo, we just need more people, we need more elders to speak out, because me and him the same age. That nigga 47, I'm 47. And when you get a 47-year-old speaking their experiences, it resonates different. Like somebody
Way
been in
different.
the thick of it. It's not just somebody making a comment because they on social media and they don't like what another nigga posted.
I can't believe you said that about that. I'll be like, but you at your mama house in the cul-de-sac in some slippers. Your whole suit you got on is soft.
Opinion and experience are worlds away from each other.
So far away.
Everybody think just because they got an opinion, that's the same as having experience, and it's not. And that's where we got to remove that illusion.
We definitely do. It's weird hearing people tell you what you should do, and you be like, nigga, but you not doing it.
But you don't know me.
You don't even, yeah.
How
like,
do you know what I should do if you don't know me? You don't know what is in my best interest.
Yeah.
So to say what I should do is selfish, it's narcissistic, it's a whole bunch of other controlling, imposing ass things that are also characters and signatures of the society that we're developing in.
Oh, we got a crazy. These next like 3 generations gonna be some weird kids. Everybody gonna have autism. It's gonna be wild. Everybody gonna be like, oh my God, I'm having a panic attack if they have something like angst in their life. It just be crazy. I'm like, man, everybody, which is cool. It makes sense, but I feel like it's gonna make us turn back into like a tribal instinct. We're gonna be more.
It's
like,
fight or flight.
Dead. Yeah, it's like, but a lot of people not got to fight.
Exactly.
So I think a lot got the not fight. Like you go the opposite way because it's like I have to do this or this won't happen because they used to giving things and without having to work. That's what I've seen a lot. Like I seen it like with TikTok ban. You know, like they had the TikTok ban. People was losing I know people losing their shit for real.
If they whole lot. Well, I learned this from trying to talk Christians out of being Christians. Anytime somebody got their whole identity wrapped up into something, if you could convince them that their identity don't exist or is fake, that's a form of suicide because they've wrapped up their whole identity in it.
Yeah.
So TikTok, you're going to kill TikTok, that means you're killing me. And that's how people looked at it, as if it was a personal attack on them as an individual.
Yeah, because like they built their entire existence and being on there without branching out. That's what other stuff, like how you said, like when you're doing stuff, you got to keep doing other stuff.
Oh yeah, it's more than one.
Yeah, it's just
more than one Bible.
Yeah, it's more.
But
than
everybody,
it definitely is way more. But
Christianity could be wrong because there's so many other books where knowledge and information, spiritual growing information, is readily available.
I think religion is all the same. It just is broken down by the different traditions it's around the world. That's all it is. It's the same principles.
Story of the elephant.
It is literally, what is the story of the elephant? 3
blind niggas next to the elephant, one holding the tail, one touching the trunk, one's holding the ear. They all have a different description of the same thing.
Damn. You're right. Damn, but yeah, it's the same thing. But people kind of like relegate their life to like they only knew this. That's why like I would go to school and I had to study all the different religions, and then that's when I kind of understood like, oh, we all the same. It's the same shit going on everywhere, y'all.
Absolutely.
Like in Bangladesh and Timbuktu and Sydney, Australia and Canada, it's the same shit.
So then, as soon as people could accept the fact, you know what, it's more than TikTok.
Yeah.
It's Instagram, it's Facebook, it's goddamn
YouTube.
It's a SoundCloud, it's a goddamn Bandcamp, it's a goddamn Twitch, it's all these other platforms.
Discord.
It's easier for people to shed or move around. But if they've built their whole everything into Christianity and they said, if I don't do this, that I'm going to go to hell and all this, like, yeah, but a lot of that is wrong and is misinterpreted. And if you just read some other books that you wouldn't depend on TikTok so much. You'd have a whole nother multiple existence on various other dimensions of spiritual reality.
That's true.
We tend to lock our horns and grasp onto one thing, and as Yoda said in Star Wars, attachment leads to the dark side.
Damn. You hitting us with gems. Boy, we just got a quote from Yoda. That's crazy. But I listen to Bruce Lee a lot, and he always says, he's like, there is no style in fighting.
Be water.
And I live my life like that. You got to be water. Like, you can't be rigid enough till you, like, just snap at everything that happens.
Bruce Lee studied all of the forms of martial arts. Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu. And he said, nigga, if I'm in a real street fight, I'm not finna do no, like, why am I, the rules or whatever, I'm not worried about form. If I'm in a street fight, I'm finna bite this nigga. So that's why he became the grandfather of mixed martial arts. He's gonna put all of them together. And
to win.
Be water, my friend. Water will take the form of the cup. It will take the form of the sponge. Water always finds its level. Be water, my friend.
And I listened to that like 2 days ago, which is crazy that you knew that. But yeah, that's exactly what he said. That's crazy. Oh man, a person that like Blue, bro, you a real like solid individual. Anybody that listen to Bruce Lee, all my homeboys got like music where they put like soundtracks where him talking like that before the song. because it's so deep and it resonates with everybody. But a lot of people don't like. I don't know where we missing it at. But y'all need to get on the Bruce Lee train because he be knowing.
Passion. That's what separates him from everyone. Everyone can kung fu. No one kung fu like Bruce. Passion.
I don't know what to do with that information, but hell yeah. I have no idea what to do with that. You sound like, it look like Bruce Lee right then in my spirit. That's crazy, man. But make sure y'all like and subscribe, because y'all be looking and hitting and don't be sharing. But y'all text me, like, bro, that was a good episode. Like it and let us get in this algorithm, please. Because, like, this is quality shit. You ain't gonna get this elsewhere. Like, for real. One-on-one talks with masters of their craft.
Yeah. I realized that as much as I be wanting my dick sucked all the time, you have to tell a girl to suck your dick. You can't just assume that they're just going to follow you off GP. So you have to say like and subscribe, smash that like button. As much as you know it's what I want, I feel like you're not going to do it unless I tell you. So make it known.
That was crazy that he said you got to tell them. But you right. Sometimes they just do it off just because they assume that
sometimes, but you can't live off sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not living off sometimes. Are you finna suck me up? Slurp me up, ma'am. I'm trying to make it seem like you eating an oyster. I need them sounds.
I can't build my livelihood off sometimes.
Yeah,
I need to know. And the best way to know is to instruct, is to tell. Because now we both know.
Facts. Do you want to tell anybody some things before we get out, where they can follow you and what you got coming up?
Oh, man, we got the 4 Eyes double album, All Seeing Eyes on Me, coming out 404 Day, April 4th. We having an album release party at Aisle 5 and Lil 5 Points. I got Prince Paul, producer from Stetisonic, Gravediggers, and De La Soul. He's in a producer showcase with Ray Murray of Organized Noise, great producer from Outkast and Goody Mob, if you know anything about music. All this is going down in Atlanta, celebrating the album release and release party. We got Afro, Star, Boog Brown, DJ Shakim, Rasta Root, Fort Knox, all gonna be in the building. The mixtape is ridiculous. What else? And then follow me on Instagram and stuff. 4 Eyes Raps. That's the number 4 IZE Raps. And then you can put that in Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and a plethora, a cornucopia, a multitude of things that pop up. I'm talking about interviews, songs, and videos. And I think that's pretty much it. I covered most of it.
I'm glad bro, this was great, man. I feel like I'm enlightened, and then we finna smoke a blunt. This is about to be amazing, man. But make sure y'all like and subscribe. I'm FURG. Make sure y'all go. Let me see when it's gonna come out. Oh, March 28th, Rochester, New York. I will be there. I'm coming back home. They gave me Water Street Music Hall. I gotta sell 250 tickets. Y'all need my mama. Make sure you get all the women at church.
We can do it.
They coming through. Yeah, we definitely gonna do it. We definitely gonna do it. The old hoes I used to kiss in the mouth. Y'all come out. Don't tell nobody, but you close to my heart. Bring your homegirl so we can have a good time. Other girls that think they're gonna try to kiss me in the mouth, y'all come too. Like, I'm not. Hey man, we just here to have a good time. That's all I'm here for. It's rare that I come home, so make sure y'all like and subscribe. And y'all get them tickets. Talk to my mama. She probably gonna be the person that's got all the physical tickets if you're trying to get some. And if y'all know my mama, y'all seen her run around the city. So y'all have a good night. This was great, bro.